Hello, 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 hello. What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday, and you guys know what goes down here on Tuesday. Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. And so, you know, I am just so excited that it's Tuesday because I get an opportunity to come talk to you guys. And my prayer is that you guys had a great weekend and that your week is off to a great start. Um, my week is off to a busy start, to be honest with you. I thank God for my clients and I thank God for allowing me to do what I absolutely love every single day. But today I'm a little tired because I've been up working on a couple of projects and trying to get some things across the finish line. So I've been up late, and you guys know, for all you guys that know me, know for the most part, I'm in the bed by 9:15 because I have an appointment with God every single morning at 4 a.m. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Make sure that you are um, hitting the share button. And if you don't mind, come into the chat and let me know where you're watching me from. I appreciate you. And so, like I said, I have an appointment every single morning with my God to pray and intercede for marriages all over the world. So, but I've been staying up really, really late. Hi, Jennifer, how are you? I appreciate you for getting on. I really do. Where's Ellison? Where's that? Oh, Margie Ellison, I guess you must have tagged somebody else in it. I appreciate you for doing that. I really do. So you guys do me a favor and let me know where you're watching me from. Put it in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for joining me, and thank you so much for tagging somebody else and sharing. I appreciate you. But so my week is, like I said, is off to a great start. But like I said, I'm a little bit tired today because I've been waking up really, really early, earlier than 4 o'clock, and going to bed a lot later for the last couple of days. And so, again, Australia, thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. I mean, I am so blessed that you are up this time watching me from Australia. I appreciate you. Actually, I had before a client over in Australia, and we had to get in sync with our time schedule. But so I appreciate you getting on. You have no idea how much I am grateful for that. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. And thank you guys for watching me through my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching me here on Facebook. And so tonight, this chat actually comes from a wife out of San Francisco. And what happened was is that, her thing is, how do I win back my husband's trust, right? And she literally lied to her husband, and this came to me through a personal message on my Instagram. She said, I lied to my husband. I told my husband I was going away for a girlfriend's weekend. I had been talking to this guy on the internet, and she said, and I went to meet him, and I realized that the grass was not greener. She said, my husband found out that I was not with the girlfriends that I said that I was going with. And she said, and I want my marriage to work. I want my husband to be able to trust me, that I will never do this again. Okay. And so basically, this is a wife who committed adultery, right? I did not get the details if they had sex or they just met or whatever. However, she did admit that the grass was not greener, and she does want her marriage to work, and she is working on trying to build her husband's trust back. Okay. So the thing is that um, infidelity, especially when it comes to social media, is running rampant, right? And Gil and I talk about this all the time because for in the line of work that I do, a lot of men do come into my inbox and they do try to woo me and tell me all of these things and that they want to fly me certain ways or whatever. But at the end of the day, you don't know who you're really talking to on the end of the, that chat or anything like that. And even if you might, video chat with them or whatever, you still don't know the true person, right? And so again, she made a mistake, and I want to try to help her with how you can regain trust back. Okay. And so, if you've ever been in this situation and you have been on the receiving end where your spouse committed adultery or lied to you or whatever, and this just doesn't have to do with cheating or whatever. In this instance, that's what I'm going to address. But just not being open and honest with your spouse and withholding information and lying and doing anything that would get them to, not trust you. And trust is a firm foundation. Trust and communication in a marriage is, to me, one of the most important things. If you can trust your spouse with your heart and you can communicate, you can get through absolutely anything. Okay. Number one, so my suggestion is, number one, be 100% open and honest and come clean with everything. Don't withhold anything from your spouse, because if you say this is everything and then 2 months later, 5 months later, 5 years later, anything else comes out, that's going to put your spouse right back in that space where they did not trust you, and it might be the nail that seals your coffin or messes up your marriage. So you got to become 100% honest, even if you don't think your spouse can handle it, even if you think, okay, this is probably going to push them over the edge and make them leave me. You got to come clean 100%, because for one, you don't know if in this situation, being that you're trying to make your marriage work, if that person does not reach out to your spouse and make up a whole bunch of stuff or lie or tell them the truth of what really happened when you was in a deceptive space. So you want your spouse to hear it from you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so come 100% clean, even if it's at the odds and make you feel like this is, my spouse can't handle it, right? You gotta come clean, because if not, again, it could come back to haunt you. Number two, don't lie. Don't lie, and don't try to sugarcoat what happened, right? Don't lie and don't try to sugarcoat what happens, because your spouse is already in a space where they don't trust you, right? So from here on out, whether it's dealing with that situation or any other situation, do not lie, because if they catch you in another lie with the simplest things, did you buy these shoes? And you go, oh, I had them forever, because that's one of the things we women do a lot. Don't lie about it. If you just purchased those shoes, say you just purchased those shoes. I hope I'm making sense, because again, you're on a path to rebuild trust. And if they catch you, or they don't believe you, or you're in a situation where they already know the truth and you lie, that just puts them back in a position where you can never ever build retrust with them again. Okay. Number three, accept that it's going to take time, right? Accept that. It took you time to plot and to scheme and to lie and to prepare and to do all of those things to step outside of your marriage. So don't just think that coming back and saying I'm sorry, that everything is going to go back the way it was. It's not. So expect that it's going to take time to rebuild trust. And a lot of times we don't want that. I said, I'm sorry. Why is he or she acting that way? They're treating me this way. Well, you put them in that position. So you're going to have to take the time and rebuild trust brick by brick by brick by brick. Number 4, you might have to accept that things might not ever go back to the way that they were prior to. Now, can you have a healthy, thriving, loving, trusting marriage again? Absolutely. People can forgive, but they never forget. So you have to understand that you're not going to go right back to square one where the slate is clean. It's not going to happen. That is not human nature. Can you absolutely 100% forgive your spouse? And can they forgive you? Absolutely. But again, you can't expect that to happen overnight, just like that, because it does not happen that way. Number 5, you need to put some things in place for them to begin to trust you, right? I call it the rebuilding game plan. And it might be that you put things in place that you never thought that you had to do with your spouse, like i.e., hey, I'm on my way to Walmart. When I get there, I will call you. Hey, I'm on my way back home. When I'm calling you when I leave Walmart. Whatever that looks like for you and your spouse, and you need to ask them, what do I need to put in place to help you begin to trust me again? And a lot of people don't want to do this step because they're like, I'm a grown person and, I shouldn't have to jump through hoops. I said I was sorry. I said I wasn't going to do it again. But again, reverse it if it was you. You want to make your spouse feel secure, that you guys are a team again. And whatever you need to do that, you're going to have to do it because you're the one who breached the trust. So put it in place. You sit down with your spouse together and say, what do we need to put in place for me and you to feel secure? If you really want your marriage to work. And number 6, this is a huge one. And this is one that I help a lot of couples work through, is getting to the root cause of what made you step outside of your marriage in the first place. Yes, actions do speak louder than words. Show them that you're genuine. That's true. You really want to show up in your marriage, and thank you so much for that. What is the root cause that made you open the door for infidelity? What is the root cause? Because the infidelity is just the surface. What were you not getting in your marriage from your spouse that made you even engage on the internet and then literally physically leave your home to go meet this person and lie about it? What were you not? That is, the surface is just the infidelity, right? What was the root cause? And if you don't get to the root cause of what made you do that, it's going to happen again. Because if you're not able to articulate your needs, your wants, and desires to your spouse and figure out how to get those, that was the reason why this other person was able to speak your language. Because people just don't end up committing adultery. It starts with conversations. It starts with needs not being met. It starts with wants and desires not being attended to. It just does not happen. I.e., perfect example. I was walking today to my car, and this one guy goes, "Hey, you're absolutely beautiful." And I was just able to say thank you and move forward. He's like, can I take you to lunch? And I said, "No, thank you." And he said, "Oh, I can't." He said, "What woman turns down lunch?" I said, "A woman that has lunch and dinner with my husband all the time." Now, if I was a woman that did not get compliments from my husband, and I'm just using this as an example, or if I was a woman that my husband did not take to dinner or take to lunch, that could have opened the door for that. And I'm just using that as an example. It starts with a conversation. And if you and your spouse are not having meaningful conversations and you're not able to tell your spouse your needs, your wants, and desires, right? Then it opens the door for that. And it's something so simple. It doesn't have to be anything deep. And also, we as married people need to stop taking each other for granted. So I say to the young lady in San Francisco, you really need to get to the root cause of what allowed you to open the door for you to step through it and to lie and to do all of these things in order for you to figure out that the grass is not greener. Okay? Because a lot of people on social media put their best foot forward, right? But they are not really who they are, right? I'm one of the few people that get on here and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about myself, about my marriage, and my flaws. Because I can't live a double life. I can't. So my thing to you is be open and honest. Apologize, but be open and realize that your marriage is not going to be repaired overnight. Trust is not going to be regained overnight. And put in the work. Ask the hard questions. Do what you need to do to regain your spouse's trust. And if that calls for you having to say, here's my girlfriend's numbers when we're going out to go shopping, and you're welcome to call them to make sure that I'm there, do that. And explain to your girlfriends, you might get a call because this is what I did, and he's going to check up on me. If your marriage is that important to you. And don't let anybody else make you feel like, oh my God, he's controlling you. No, you open the door and you trying to rebuild trust. And if they're really your true friends, they will aid you in doing what's right in saving your marriage and not condemn you for trying to make your marriage work and to regain your spouse's trust. Hello, Mr. Leo. How are you? So I hope and pray that this teaching has literally helped this young lady. And like I said, I don't know if this became a physical situation, but what she did say is what I realized right away: the grass was not greener, and that I wanted to fight for my marriage, which to me is a 100% plus, because she realized the mistakes that she made, but she needs to be open and honest. So if you find yourself in this situation, and it does not have to be with infidelity, it could be lying about money, it could be a lying about so many different things that we lie about in our marriages, like I said, shoes and all kind of stuff that we do. Just be open and be completely honest, because again, when you lie, you got to continue to tell lies to keep covering it up. If you be open and honest and tell the truth, you don't have to worry about the lie that you told. 6 months ago. Just be open and honest. Okay. And I pray that this teaching has helped not just the young lady who wrote into me, but any of you guys who are struggling in a situation where you need to regain trust in your marriages. Um, as you guys know, I'm here every single Tuesday. So if you have a question or something you want me to tackle or talk about, please just inbox me, or you can email me or whatever. I'm the only one who looks at my emails. I have people who really are like, can you believe? I can't believe you're the one who answer your phone. I can't believe that you answer your emails. I do. I have amazing people who work for me. I do. I am so blessed. But at the end of the day, I still answer all of my stuff. I still return phone calls. I answer all of my stuff on my YouTube and all the rest of my social media. Awesome teacher, Dr. Gail. Thank you so much, Tanya. I appreciate you. And so, again, it is really me who's answering the phone or whatever. That blows me away. People are like, this is really you. Yes, it is really me. So if you have any questions or anything like that, I still offer a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you out and make sure that you win in this thing called marriage, because I got into this space 19 years ago because I know what it is to be struggling in my marriage, but I also know what it is to roll up my sleeves and to win. Okay, not perfect, but to win. Okay, you guys make sure that you visit my website. I have a whole bunch of classes scheduled for you guys throughout the year to make sure that you're winning in your marriage. Also, I'm trying to nail down, I got 3 hotels that are all amazing for my conference next year, because I'm going to do it live. um, I truly thank you for everything. I appreciate you. I really do. Um, and so I trying to nail down a really good hotel. All of them are great, but they're all in different locations here in Maryland. And so I'm just like, God, where do I go? Right? Because I want to make sure that it's convenient for everybody, the pricing's right, and all that kind of stuff. But I got to make a decision, because I have some people who are traveling from overseas that want to come to my conference in January, which I am like, God, I'm so grateful. So I want to make sure that, I do what I need to do so you guys can get to registering for BSB 2023 Wives Unleashed. I am so excited about it. I have some amazing teachers that are going to come, and this time I'm actually welcoming some male teachers to come really give us a male's perspective, and they are ready to pour into you guys. So I'm really excited about BSB 2023. The page is already up, so you can register for the early bird. The problem is just I don't know the actual hotel, so you can book your hotel room. But if you want to go ahead and register, just know it's going to be something nice. I ain't going to send you to no dump, because I don't roll like that. But anyway, if you guys need me, you know how to find me. I love you guys to pieces. And like I said, I'm here for you guys. I want to see you win. And you can win at this thing like called marriage. I'm telling you, you can. You just got to roll up your sleeves and just really, really just tap in and just, ask God, what should I be doing? How should I be doing it? And really open your mouth and understand your needs and your wants and desires. I love you guys to pieces. I will see you next week.